Hello, this is Joe from Nerd in Korea. We are actually doing our MTG keyword, but I'm breaking it down into two separate episodes now because I feel like it was a little cluttered before. So this is the keyword breakdown. I'm going to talk about the Spree and Escalate in this one and talk about kind of why they're the same and why they're different. They are very similar, but very important distinctions as well. Please hit like and subscribe, and if you don't, everyone's going to be running with scissors everywhere, and you're going to be like really nervous about it the whole time. Yeah. What is Escalate? So this mechanic was introduced in Eldritch Moon, which is going back quite a few years. This is an update of our previous mechanic, Entwine. So mechanic is actually an update of our previous mechanic. You see that a lot where there's almost like family trees of mechanics. But anyway, we have covered this before. That's right. I'll try to remember to put a link over there, and you can check it out if you want to see it. Again, it's the keyword and the top 5 budget list. So yeah, if you're interested, take a look. With Escalate, you get to choose one mode on casting. So you pay the casting cost, and you can do any one mode. And then if you pay extra, whatever extra it says, you choose extra modes as well. So yeah. Can be very useful. Having any modal spell is always very useful. So yeah. Again, this increases the flexibility of these instants and sorceries to an even greater degree. Again, all of these are always on instants and sorceries. Modals, already known for flexibility, become a choose-your-own adventure of effects. Really, this is so huge. I feel like these kind of like almost break the card value in the game. Usually one effect, one card, so card draw is based on that idea, and this kind of throws it out the window. The downside is that usually the modal effects are a little bit weaker than like just a straight up card effect. Again, there's lots of exceptions to that rule, so I'm even hesitant to say it, but what is Spree? So this mechanic was introduced in Outlaws of Thunder Junction, as Escalate is an updated version of Entwine. Spree is an updated version of Escalate. So yeah, this is really like an updated version of Escalate. So there's Entwine, Escalate, and then Spree. Combining Escalate with the Fuse keyword. So this is kind of, yeah, works a lot like Fuse and Escalate put together. With Spree, additional costs for a particular effect must always be paid with Spree. I put with Spree at the beginning and end of the sentence. Awesome. You can always tell when my son is making noise if I'm writing things, because I do that. Every time you see something like that on a PowerPoint, that's my son shouting. Anyway, so yeah, this, well, with Escalate, you cast a spell, you get one effect automatically. Spree, there's the casting cost, and there's always the extra casting cost. All right, you have to pay something extra, or I think it does nothing. I don't know if you could only just pay that if you'd want to. I think probably not, but this can make them more expensive but have an upside. Again, so they can end up being more expensive is what happens, but there is an upside. The main criticism of modal spells is that you give up power for flexibility. Again, what I mentioned with the Escalate, where there's that kind of like trade-off between power and flexibility, Spree is able to have high power effects by increasing the mana cost. So Spree, because you can increase the mana cost to whatever, it'll say like +1, +2. It'll have the base cost, which is maybe like a red, and then yeah, +2, or even like +4 or something. And for +4, you're getting a very good effect. With Escalate, you can't do that because then people would pay like the 2 and a white casting cost and choose the 4 option, right? So this is something that's really not possible with Escalate. Which one is better? I think it's hard to say. Which is better? There you go. These are both types of modal spells applying exclusively to instants and sorceries. Again, these are only for instants and sorceries. They are both versions of modal spells, which are very popular with me. If you watch the channel, you know I've got a whole playlist of just like all these different kinds of modal spells and the cycles of modal spells. Most of them are very budget as well. So if you're looking to pick up a whole bunch of modal spells, you can find that on this channel very easily. You may use any effect and even multiple effects with both of them, but the main difference is that Escalate gives you the first effect as part of the spell cost. Spree, you pay the additional cost every time. Again, Escalate, if you want to pay extra, you can choose the second one. Spree, you always pay that secondary cost. Ultimately, Spree can justify more powerful effects for a higher mana cost. That's exactly it. Which one is better? I think it depends on your deck. If you've got a deck that's really good at pumping out tons of mana, Spree, absolutely. If you want to be more like mana conservative, if you're trying to keep your CMC down and things like that, definitely Escalate. So, which are you looking for? I guess is the question. Anyway, take it easy.